Hello, myself Sunil Ramakrishna. Here, basically, we are discussing one of the topic that is city creation. In city creation, basically, we are discussing about this file. Basically, one of the person told that basically, yeah, in your India, basically, one of the satellite group told that basically, he basically don't know what actually India is. But after listening this video, no, basically, he told that basically, yeah, how many caste basically they are in India basically? If Maharashtrian caste basically are like this basically, then how many caste basically are there in India? Then Sunil Arnaya told that Malayali caste is there, then Sindhi caste is there, then the Odisha caste is there, then the Manipur caste is there, then the Gujarati caste is there, then the Sindhi caste is there, then the Rajasthani caste is there, then the Marathi caste is there, then the Odisha caste is there, then the Bengali caste is there, then the Punjabi caste is there. Like this, basically, there are many caste. So if one caste basically is like this, basically, then this whole caste basically how they might be managing the thing basically, and that person basically stories basically are real basically. Then one of the person told asked the question basically why basically these castes are like this basically. He basically asked the question basically. Then Sunil Larnar basically got some information from some one group basically. He told that basically, do you know Sunil basically one thing? Previously India was not like this basically. Then he told that why basically. Then basically he told the story of Hitler basically. Hitler basically what he has done basically. Hitler want to keep entire control of India basically. So he basically started placing his people in each and every caste. So this basically started from First World War data basically. First World War assume that basically 1 crore people basically died. But in really basically 1 crore people, 10 to 20 crore people basically has died. But in real world basically, it's assume that basically 1 crore people died basically. So 1 crore people basically they have created the Hitler group basically. Basically he basically not fired the each and every body basically. He used that body basically. Each assume that 1 crore skeleton basically he used. First World War basically, how many people basically were involved in this First World War basically? America was there, Japan was there, China was there, Pakistan was there, India was there, then the Germany was there, then the many country basically was there. So there basically 1 crore people basically died. That is basically one thing. He basically done the human cloning of this 1 crore people and placed around 20 lakh people to each and every caste. So assume that in this caste basically one of the caste is Amin caste basically. That is the Gujarati caste basically. In the Amin caste basically he told that basically do one thing basically this many people basically around 5,000 people basically are in Amin caste. You start Gujarati you start basically the Amin caste basically. Like this basically he started the Gujarati caste. Like this basically slowly he created the Patel caste. Then basically created this caste, Shah caste. Few people says that Shah basically are from Tamil Nadu basically. Then basically he started Bania caste. Then basically he started Soni caste. Then he started Parmar caste. Parmar basically lots of people says that they are basically came from Uttar Pradesh and some Hitler group only basically told that basically you become the Gujarati only basically. So he basically converted his caste and become Parmar. Like this basically he created this caste, that caste, like this basically. Hitler basically created the Gujarati caste. This was story of First World War basically. Like this he created lots of caste basically in India basically. Like this First World War assume that basically he created in First World War assume that basically he created around 35 caste. Indian caste. From this India basically around 10 caste basically 11 caste basically are from Gujarati. So like this basically he placed his people in India basically. One of the person told that in Kargil war basically, do you know basically lots of Pakistani people basically has died, and India China war basically lots of Chinese people has died. They are also basically placed in India basically by giving different caste basically. They are basically human clone family, but that basically has converted into the human basically now. Previously they were human clone, then basically they converted into the human. So he took one of the satellite group told that like this basically Hitler kept the control of entire India basically. Though in India basically each and every things happen that happens to the Hitler group basically. because he have the control of satellite basically. Then he told that how basically he have the control of satellite, because one of the person told that he is connected with, directly connected with the Sri Krishna group basically, who are basically in the satellite basically, who are basically in the satellite. So like this, India, Indian nationality, lots of died people basically came into picture. Like this, slowly the India basically become like this. Slowly India basically become like this. Previously India was not like that basically. But slowly he entered his people into India caste basically, and then basically the India only ended. People says whether it is correct or that, because I am the example basically. I am the example of the cust basically. Cust means bad time basically. Only bad time basically I had seen in India. One of the person told that he was supposed to leave India long before India. Other you might, if you might have left India basically, then basically you might not have got this many bad tough life basically. So that basically happened due to Hitler group basically. So one of the satellite group told that actually that is not happened due to Hitler basically. That is happened due to Sri Krishna God basically. So your tough life basically has came basically due to Sri Krishna group basically. That is the Sri Krishna temple. That is the ISKCON temple basically. Each and every place basically the Sri Krishna God basically is there. Due to Sri Krishna God basically you are basically having the this type of bad life basically. Actually you are supposed to leave India long before leaving. So see basically, it's not a problem of Hitler basically, because Hitler is controlled by the Sri Krishna group basically. So due to Sri Krishna basically, your life has become like this basically. So whenever the one of the person told that if Sri Krishna will listen this basically, then Sunil Larna told that let him listen basically. He should also know basically which kind of basically life due to his basically the people basically are having in India basically. He should also know. So like this basically things are there. So Sri Krishna group basically is controlling the Hindustan. One of the person told the Sri Krishna group only basically might not be controlling the India basically. There are Jesus groups are also basically there. Jesus Christ, he also basically might be seeing from universe basically, and he might be also seeing everything basically. So that Mumbai story basically is real story. If you want to confirm this, you can confirm this basically. But you have to confirm basically where is that person basically, because he basically died basically in Dubai only basically. So this basically is the management of India basically. So one of the person told that this is the root of management basically. This is the root of management, and IITs, IIM, and each and every Indian institute basically, each and every Indian studies basically are created on the base of this management only basically. This is the base basically, and entire base basically is created like this, and the entire management is also basically created like this. So this is basically India. So this is India basically. So like this basically each and every groups basically are controlled by. So one of the person told that Muslim group basically are controlled by whom basically. They are also basically mostly people are controlled by the Hitler group only basically. Hitler basically has created India, and he is basically ruling the India basically. And due to Hitler group only Sunil R. Nair basically got this type of problem basically. And that person basically died in Mumbai basically. Sorry, no, in Dubai basically. That was also for there also basically the Hitler basically was responsible. And that is the real story basically. That is the real story basically. That is the real story. So in next video basically we are going to see a little bit more about this management. How basically in Hindustan basically do the managements.